An average person makes about 35,000 decisions per day. If you're a mom, you're making double that. So 70,000 choices that you have to make every single day, 365 days per year after getting that positive pregnancy test. Today, I'm going to talk to you about decision paralysis and how exactly it is that this is inhibiting you from moving forward with your goals, from moving forward with the dream life that you absolutely desire, and what it is that you can do to make those instant shifts in a matter of sometimes seconds. So let's go ahead and jump right into today's video. 35,000 decisions on average is absolutely bananas. But here's the thing, it's not that you don't know what decision to make. Oftentimes you do. We've talked about it before. Your instinct is always trying to communicate with you. It's always trying to guide you into the next best aligned step. The problem is that you are trying to make every decision the perfect decision. You are stuck in this space of fear of making the wrong decision. And so you are over researching, you're overthinking, you're over analyzing. And really what you're doing is you're staying stagnant instead of just moving. Now, if you think 30 years ago, for a basic decision that you would have to make, there was maybe 3 to 5 options. Social media has tricked us into thinking that every single decision is a make it or break it, it's a life or death, it's an absolute pivotal moment where there will be a before and after, instead of you just being able to go with the flow like before and just accept the lessons, accept the wins, accept the learning experiences for what they are. For the most part, not every decision is going to be a make it or break it choice. The third reason for decision paralysis is most of us are running off of survival. If we're being honest, you are running off of anxiety and cortisol. And how do you expect yourself to make aligned decisions when your nervous system isn't even grounded? You can't. You are making decisions from a place of fight or flight reactiveness, not a place of being anchored and grounded and responding. It is not at all the same. Now, for 3 years, I have been working on improving myself as a coach, a leadership coach, a life coach. I've been working on my frameworks. I've been working on what I wanted out of my coaching experiences and the transformations that I help guide my clients through. And one of the things that I noticed in my personal life is I always felt like I needed a new certification. I always felt like I needed more testimonials and I needed more just experiences. I needed more credentials. I needed to have just more credibility. I felt like I just wasn't ready. I wasn't there. And I spent 3 years telling myself, once I do this next step, then I'll be one step closer. Once I do this next step, I won't have to justify XYZ. And then I finally launched my group coaching program. It's called the Chaos Collective and it's open now. Our next cohort happens January the 7th. We are wrapping up our beta and it is everything that I could have imagined and more. What I realized as I've been going through this is that there is no such thing as the right decision. There is no such thing as the perfect timing or the perfect decision. The people that I admire, the people that you admire, the chances are if you look back at their failure stories, right? And I have a whole video on my perception of what failure really is. You can check it out. I'll leave it in the cards above. But if you really go through and you look at how did they move, even through that fear, you will realize that it was never about the perfect timing. It was never about them having it all figured out. It was never about them being at the peak of their career or the peak of their intelligence. It was always just about knowing that they knew that they had to do this thing if they were going to move forward. They could either stay in the same place of complacency and comfort, or they could move forward through the fear, through the decision, past the paralysis. Now, there are 3 things that I teach my clients to do when they are in these places of decision paralysis. When you feel like you are in sinking sand, okay, and you're like, I just don't know what to do. You are mulling it over and over and over again, whether that's the relationship that you want to start or maybe end, whether that's the business that you want to pivot or bring in a business partner for. Maybe it's the move to a different city that you've been contemplating and it's been keeping you up at night because you don't know if it's the quote unquote right move. There are 3 things that I want you to do to shift out of that place of paralysis and into instant action. And the first thing is to detach yourself. You cannot make decisions from a place of reactivity. You need to be responding to everything that is happening for you. And so the first thing that you need to do is ground yourself. Instead of allowing yourself to succumb to the spiraling, I need you to detach yourself, to center yourself, to reset your nervous system. Now, I do have an entire training on exactly how it is that you can do this using your biological clock. It's called your chronotype. And you can fall into 4 different categories, just kind of going over it really, really quickly. And depending on where it is that you fall, you can figure out how to reset your body's nervous system in 15 minutes or more. If all you have is 15 minutes, my training goes over exactly what nervous system triggers you need to hit, and there's only 3 of them, which nervous system trigger you need to hit depending on your body's biological clock so that you can reset your nervous system, so that you can ground yourself and make the best aligned decision in the moment. This is also how you maintain your energy levels throughout your day so that you're not going to sleep at the end of the night depleted, especially if you're a busy content creator, if you're a busy woman. Now, the second thing I want you to do is to simplify your options. Remember I said 30 years ago, there was only on average 3 to 5 decisions. 3 to 5 supermarkets that you can go to, 3 to 5 online shops that you can shop in, right? 3 to 5 fast food restaurants. Now today we have too many options. So I want you to simplify your decisions. And the way that you're going to do that is 1, by identifying what are the non-negotiables. And if you don't know what your non-negotiables are, then that's going to be right back at what are your values. If you don't know what your values are, if you don't know what your standards are in life, then this can be a really hard place to begin. You need to know what your non-negotiables in life are. What are your non-negotiables in business, in your relationships? And does the decision that you're making, does it fall into alignment with those non-negotiables? The second thing I want you to identify is what's within your capacity. What's within your bandwidth? What can you actually do? And when I talk about bandwidth and capacity, I'm talking about what do you actually have the energetic space for, not time. Around here, as busy women, I do not use a time framework because it doesn't work for us. As busy women, we may have the time. We may have the time to go to brunch with our girlfriends. But guess what? The work week was so exhausting, so depleting that maybe we just really don't have the capacity to give socialization this weekend. Maybe what your body needs is to just sit back and rest. And so that's why I don't base capacity on time. I base capacity on energetic levels. So what do you have the energy to put into? You need to identify what am I energetically capable of committing to. Now, the third thing is going to be one that you're probably going to look at me sideways for and be like, are you kidding me right now? Like, I came to you because I want to figure out how to get out of this thing. The third one is just to move. Just make the decision. If you watch my last video on all about how the physical signs that your intuition is trying to talk to you, if you haven't already seen it, go back and watch that video. Your gut will guide you if you are paying attention. And I want you to trust it enough that it's making the decision that is most aligned to where it is you want to go in life, and just move. Life without risk is not an adventure. The excitement of life is the risk that comes along with it. It's that feeling of I have no idea where this is going to lead me, but I get the feeling that I'm going to end up exactly where I'm supposed to be. And so I want you to know that it's okay. It's okay to not have all the answers. It's okay to not know all of the things that you think you're supposed to know. It's okay for it to not look perfect. The more that you move, the more confident you will feel, the more ready you will become for your destiny, for your purpose work. But you have to move. I want you to get really real with me for a second, okay? I want you to drop in the comments right now, what is one decision that you've been avoiding? I told you I had been avoiding group coaching for 3 years because I felt like I wasn't ready. And I want you to open up. What is one decision that you've been avoiding? Is it maybe starting a YouTube channel? Is it letting go of your other social medias and going all in on your YouTube channel? Is it letting go of your business because you're afraid of what other people will say if you go back to a full-time job? What is the decision that you've been avoiding? If this video spoke to you, if this video resonated with you and you're like, hell yeah, I need to move more. I need to feel more confident about the decisions that I'm making. I need to feel more aligned in the way that I carry myself, in the way that I move as a leader in my home, as a leader in my business, as a leader in my community, as a leader in my family, as I'm breaking generational curses. Then I want you to click the link in my bio to join me for the Chaos Collective. It is my 30-day intensive leadership program. We are taking women who are very capable on your own, but we're turning you into a commanding leader, into a leader that does not fold under pressure, into a leader that is confident in the decisions that you are making and unwavering as you are showing other women what's possible for them too. We are seeing some incredible things inside this container. You also get 6 months access to our bi-weekly office hours. So you get hot seat coaching. We have a welcome bundle for you. There are so many resources inside of the Chaos Collective that you have access to. I would love to have you join me. I'm only opening up 7 spots for January the 7th. So ironic, I know. But 7 spots for January the 7th. Do not miss out on this life-changing opportunity to receive coaching from the beast herself. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you haven't already subscribed, please be sure to do so. I would love to have you join the Beast family, and I will see you in the next one. Sweet nightmares, Beast fam. Are we still doing this? The millennial peace sign?